everybody. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. You guys have such a great dynamic. What is the cast really like when the cameras are off? I mean, really.
I think it's mainly what you think. It's a lot of fun, but I gotta add what the cameras aren't capturing is just how much we sit and just listen to John Malkovich tell the wildest stories you've ever heard.
Yes.
There's a lot of like all of us telling a fun story about getting blackout drunk, and like, oh, I was at my friend's birthday, whatever. And then from the corner, you'll just hear, Jim Thompson was the CIA station chief in Bangkok. And we're like, what? What?
I was doing a play and this person came and then it's like, it just continues on to like the most
Friends,
magical.
1967. And then you're like, oh, here we go. We got a good one coming.
Here we go. Strap in.
Wow. Only if some of us are fly on the wall for those conversations. Jimmy O, you have a writing episode chance for this season. Could you tease us a little bit about it and how proud of it to show Chinese heritage into this episode?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, first of all, it's so great for Greg to let an actor be in the writer's room and kind of hang with the gang, you know. So it's really a masterclass learning from and writing with Greg and Steve and everyone. And the episode I wrote, I mean, you know, I love writing stuff that's close to my heart, you know. So it's about, you know, the Chinese delegation coming to America. Now it sounds like a big, you know, high stakes governmental affair, but really it's just human connections. You know, the Americans try to, you know, relate to the Chinese and the Chinese try to relate to the Americans, and it gets lost in translations in the middle. And you see as the episode progresses, Steve makes some headway with the Chinese general. And I just think at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter where we're from. We're all just humans, and we all have family and we all have friends, and we can relate in that way, you know?
Absolutely. Diana, you have a much bigger role this time. You get to be part of that team of Space Force. How does that feel for yourself and for your character?
Well, I think in season 1, and I said this a few times now, so I'm sorry to my castmates to keep hearing me say this. But as Aaron and as Diana, I felt a little like isolated and removed from the rest of the gang. So it was really nice in season 2 being able to actually find like a kinship with my cast, both on and off set. We spent, you know, we were up in Vancouver, and it was just us in our little bubble during the, you know, we're in the pandemic, kind of still in it. And it was just nice because I just felt so safe and comfortable around these guys and Steve and John and Dawn. And I got to explore comedy in a different way. And Erin got to explore her identity, and she found a camaraderie within the Space Force as well. And she just had a lot of support. So she was able to kind of find her way as a teenager and as like a young woman and coming into her own, which was really, really great and fulfilling for me as Diana as well.
That is terrific. Ben, your character is so much fun, but I really do want to know do you try to emulate any PR people in real life? They're probably listening right now, but can Space Force ever save its public image?
I've never emulated someone in particular. Just the ideas of kind of what this person might be doing. And I think the Space Force can be safe because of the characters inside of it. The human beings that make up Space Force in this television show are really wonderful human beings deep down, even though they're going through incredible, like, you know, insanely high risk type things. But, you know, Tawny's an astronaut. I'm sorry, Angela Ali is an astronaut who comes back, and you see all the Jimmy O Yang is an actual genius scientist. And so it's like when you see all the pieces of actual Space Force, they're incredible. It's just like the Bad News Bears. They're just kind of thrown together at the last second. And so with the right rallying force, which is Mark Naird, you know, all of a sudden, I think it could be something that in the show, America starts to really respect.
Tawny, Jimmy, tease us about that romantic, anti-romantic relationship that you may actually have.
Oh,
you know, it's a classic tale of first Black woman on the moon, the Chinese American scientist who helps her get there, and then she comes back and she's freaking out and going through PTSD, and he's like, why won't you text me back? So, you know, Taylor's old as time. No, but I think what's so great about it is that it is such a wild setup for a romance. This is not normal. You know, we're dealing with a woman who's been to outer space and walked on the moon. And one of my favorite scenes is Chan trying to figure out why she's not responding to his emoticons instead of emojis. And it's like, maybe she needs medical attention. Like, maybe she's in trouble.
Yeah, and it's all these, you know, both these very high functioning, you know, successful people, but they still cannot figure out personal relationships. And I think that's what makes it relatable, you know, and that's why there's so much ebbs and flows, you know, it's working and then it's not, it's working and then it's not. So I think that definitely, you know, kept us interested in the writing of it and kept us interested in the acting of it. And hopefully the audience will feel the same way and keep tuning in every week at 4 p.m. prime time. No, I don't.
That's absolutely incorrect. Everything comes out at the same time. It's a binge show.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, everyone, it's enjoyable to carry this conversation with you. I'm trying to convince my godson to join the Space Force instead of the Air Force. So hopefully that works out. But he keeps on watching the show and so really, these guys can't take themselves seriously. But
we might not be the best recruitment video.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look for the real recruitment video if you're looking at that.
Appreciate it. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.